Internet has been full of one word recently: the event. People feel that it will be a key moment for them, but everyone sees and feels it differently. Some think that it will be a flash from the central sun of the galaxy that will elevate the vibrations of space, but they're not aware of the fact that these flashes will be many. People wouldn't be able to handle such a big vibration jump at once. Therefore, this energy will be divided into steps, so people will have time to slowly go up the stairs and adapt to new energies. This flash will be important indeed, because through the elevation of the vibration of space, it will prepare humanity for future events. The next step is the exposure of the extraterrestrial beings. Here I agree once again that it will be an important moment, but also chaotic, because not all humanity will be ready for it. But it will not happen suddenly, and not all extraterrestrial beings will expose themselves at once. The exposure process will be progressive. There first will be beings like people, so the looks of aliens will not have a direct influence on how people will treat them. When humanity will see that aliens don't want to harm them, they will understand a lot. When humanity will be ready and will receive what it's been given with respect and love, others will come, until the planet becomes paradise for many races in this universe. The event everyone is waiting for and so many talks about is the release of truth and the destruction of the entire matrix manipulation to get away from the enslavement. A lot of true information has been coming out to the surface for a while, but it's not getting to many. Have you ever thought about how it's possible that space manifests exactly what the dark side wants? The dark side doesn't have creation power in itself. It's disconnected from the Creator, but still is aware of the great power of creation that people have and their free will that gives them endless possibilities. They therefore decided to use the power of people against themselves. The governors of this world know how the energy works. They also know how to manipulate the human mind so they can create exactly what they want. They only have one weapon, but it's enough: the fear. One bomb attack, one mention about the pandemic, the arrival of armies on the streets are enough to spread the fear. People forget one of the most important steps of the elevation process. The point when humanity will go through a sort of test to see whether they are ready to transition into a higher dimension or not. It will be a time when the light will pierce through the earth enough to take control over the common media. Then television will become like a great book of truth, and that will last for a few weeks. Everyone who has television, a radio, or a computer will be overflowed with news and information that will shake them more than once. They will cause such contradictory emotions and such low vibration in many that space will return into the state of darkness and will feed the wrong side again. When the forces of light will be able to show to human civilization the truth, they will do it all at once. The whole truth and all the events that have been hidden so far will see the light of day as a great tsunami that nothing will be able to stop. The secret Vatican archives will be wide open in front of humanity, and they will discover what religion really was and who they blindly served for all these years. It will become clear that the medical beds could have saved millions of sick children, and in spite of that, they still remained hidden in basements of the wealthiest people in the world to satisfy their needs. Then that will cause the rise of anger, fear, and helplessness in people. They will be overflowed with sadness and guilt that they haven't done anything to avoid that. When they see that kind of tortures that innocent creatures have been put through, their world will fall into pieces. There will be a desire for revenge in their minds. The church will be attacked and in the end destroyed. For it will become clearly how strongly they supported all this evil doing. Humanity will be furious when it becomes clear that the governments were in contact with extraterrestrial beings for hundreds of years. Nobody likes to be lied to, and the lies that will be discovered will be so big that it will be hard for people to carry it on their shoulders. It will turn out that all wars, terrorist attacks, pandemics, and even some cataclysms were controlled in order to spread fear in people's hearts and lead them to all the low vibrations. So many beings were dying just for the sake of filling the dark side with energy and fill the wallets of the rich. Then people will be aware. People are strong. They have a great sense of responsibility. Everyone has it, even if they're not completely aware of it. Justice will be the word going through their minds. They will want to bring justice to all those who have done these bad things. Many will fall into great sadness when they will think about those they have lost but didn't really have to. But that won't be the end. It will also come out that there's a free energy that exists for centuries, and all this time the governments have been doing everything within their power not to share this technology. That would mean the end, and they could not let that happen. When people will find out that they had the chance to breathe in clear air, to have clean waters, and rescue so many beings, it will be like the wrath of God in the human body. And this is only a drop in the ocean. People don't expect what's about to come. It will be a time of test for humanity. This event is a test for transition. Why the richest people build themselves bunkers? They don't try to prepare for a cataclysm. They build a shelter against the wrath of humanity when the truth will be revealed. They are aware of their weakness. They are the ones who will start to live in fear. The roles will switch. That's why it is so important for them to keep the locations of the shelter in secret. And now, the most important. Even though in the moment it will happen, people will have a lot of anger. They will have to get into their inside and light up divine light in them to stop the explosion of low vibrations and to look at all this information with acceptance and forgiveness. Despite what they will find out, they will still have to have love in their hearts. They have to cut off the outside world and expand their light all around. It's very, very important because, as you know, the fifth dimension is the love dimension. I know that from a human perspective, revenge will be the only reasonable thing in their minds. But they have to act against what their mind will be telling them. They have to change. They can't fall in the trap of low vibrations, for if they will once again charge the dark side and give it another chance to start a fight. In the process of awakening and rising, humanity has to learn to forgive themselves and others. They have to understand that everything happened for a reason. There were no unnecessary events because all of them led to the here and now when they have choice. To react with anger and remain in the third dimension, which will be charged by this anger and desire of revenge? Or should they accept the past, forgive, and get into the field of unconditional love and decide to use this information and expose technologies in order to create a brand new and different world where there will be no room for lies and death? That's where humanity has to choose. They have to leave their past behind to build a new future and go further with love in their hearts. It will be a very hard task for everyone, and that's why it's a test for humanity. People have to take a decision and show what kind of feelings and emotions they have, and if they can love unconditionally, even if overwhelmed with sad news. Without love and forgiveness in their hearts, there is no fifth dimension. It does not exist. There is also no new earth. To go further, higher into a better world, it's crucial to let go of the old one and everything that was in it. That's why, in that time, many star children came down to earth to incarnate. They did it willingly. That's why the star children wake up to awake others. Their task is to transmit these earlier transmitted truth, so this one moment will not have a damaging impact of the entire collective. You have to prepare them to send love and forgiveness in time when the exposure of truth will be a part of human reality. This time is at hand. Humanity will not wait any more decades. There are only few years left. It's not a lot of time, but enough for the light to not allow darkness pierce through again and take over space. Fate of the world is in human hands. All the catastrophes were only an introduction to a time of the biggest chaos, which is the exposure of truth. When people will prove how much they can forgive, extraterrestrial beings will be exposed. But it will happen only if they will be ready and will show they have enough love to forgive the worst crimes. We are not capable of awakening everyone. It's not even possible, for not all souls are ready to enter higher dimension. The light beings want at least 1/3 of humanity to transition into higher spaces of perception. There are many evil and low beings on the earth. The timeline will divide into two realities, and everyone has to accept it as their own path and growth, remembering that we all are one, and our evolution affects the entire soul collective from the universe. We all are connected with the creator of everything that exists. People have to understand this unity. The only thing we can do is to share the truth and our own inner creation of reality from a heart level. Love is the key.